Family, how are you? God bless you. So, I had a discussion with someone, and we are talking about the story of if Jesus was in our time, right? I was just thinking, and I was just talking about it. I just want you all guys like to see where I'm coming from. So, if Jesus was in our time, you remember, and this story came from the book of from this story, this woman who was at the well, the one who came to withdraw water at the well, and Jesus was there by himself. The disciples went to buy food. So all the 12 disciples, they went to buy food. All the 12 disciples, they went to buy food, and they left Jesus by himself at the well. And here came the woman to come and draw water, and they had a conversation. Actually, I'm not paying much attention on the conversation because we all know what the conversation was all about. And one of the questions that Jesus asked is, where is your husband? Then she said, no, I'm not married. And Jesus said, yes, you are saying the truth that you're not married. Even the man that you're living with right now, you're not married to him. So in that process, when they're having all those discussion to and forth, the woman and and Jesus, it happened at that same time when the disciples were coming back, right? The woman, after they had the conversation and she was convinced, now she had to go to the village to go and call people that somebody who told me what I have done, this might be the Messiah. She went there to evangelize. And to speak about, so that she come and see this person that has told her about what she has done. So this woman, because it happened that immediately when the disciples were coming back, now that woman left and ran away. So, and the funny part, because these are things that happen now. Now I'm just thinking that Jesus, if he was in our time. So these disciples, they did not even ask God. They were just asking within themselves, like, why is the woman running away, and what did Jesus say? And so now, if it is in our time, so disciples, I was just saying that, so those disciples are saying, Jesus. So Jesus had sent all of us to go and buy food because he had the intention of talking to that woman. So what was he even talking about? I think Jesus was proposing this woman. No, this is what it is. Actually, this is what happened. I think Jesus was proposing to this woman. Okay, why has it happened that because the moment that this woman saw us, she ran away. So Jesus has been talking to this girl. He wants her, he's proposing, and now it just happened that we have found them red-handed, and right now Jesus can't even deny it. Maybe this is the same reason that he had sent us to go and buy food. Why every one of us is the only one that remained at the well? Maybe they already had the communication with this woman that will meet at the well. That's a meeting point. I'm just saying it. This is what it is, what is happening right now. What is happening right now in general in the body of Christ? When you find a man of God talking to another sister, I'm not talking this from without. I'm talking with the things that I've come across. When you just talk to a brother, they'll be like, why is Sister Yvette or Sister who looking at the brother like that, or the brother looking at her? And look at those incidents, that instant, you know what, the way these guys look, because at some point in church they sat together, and one time I found them, they were talking, and the way they were standing close to each other. Hey, that's how the mind of man operates. Man always wants to add their own stories where there's no story. They want to bring out things into lightning where there's nothing that is happening. I'm not saying things don't happen. Things happen, but at least control your mind. You don't know what people are talking about. This is the same thing. The disciples were even failing to talk to Jesus, but they were speaking within themselves. So I'm just saying, but Jesus knew what they were thinking. And later, at the end of the day, they are themselves, they were proven wrong when the woman brought people when the woman brought people at the wall to come and listen to Jesus. That's how it is when you have negative thoughts, thinking about people. You just find sisterhood and brotherhood, they are talking already. It's a conclusion. I'm not saying those. It doesn't mean that maybe sisterhood and the brotherhood they don't. They maybe they are not agreeing or loving each other or falling into each other. Yes, but allow things, let things open. Stop saying that, stop creating stories and spreading stories that no, this one and this one they're going, oh, this one and this one they're going. At least wait for things to come out. Stop putting illusion in your head. I'm just saying, if Jesus was in our time, those are the things. Even that story with the woman, is it Mary, the one who sprayed Jesus or the most expensive perfume on his feet, and the most expensive perfume, and Judas was like, this perfume was supposed to be sold, it's equal to 1 year wage. It was supposed to be sold and the money given to the poor. And Jesus said, no, leave her. She's just preparing for my death. And whatever that she has done right now, it will be spoken, it will be preached in generations to come. So now at that particular time, I'm just saying, if Jesus was in our time, would have been saying, so Jesus is just feeling nice. How can a woman pour out perfume on his feet and he says he's just enjoying? How would you allow a woman to even touch your feet and say that, leave it like that? This Jesus is not even saying, he's not even he's not, we don't even know why he's even standing, because you cannot be allowing a woman to pour oil on you. If Jesus was in our time, that's how people who could have been telling him. I don't know if it was then in that time, but if he was in our time, could have said, if somebody appreciating someone, you could have been, why is this woman doing this? Why is this guy doing this? No, don't conclude. That woman, we are still talking about her because of the things that she did. She did by pouring oil, by pouring perfume on the feet of Jesus. You know what? One thing is that I noticed that that was something for her to do that without to pour perfume on the feet of Christ, and that perfume was the cost of it. It can be somebody's salary, somebody's wage for a year. So it means that she found it was so worthy to give to this King of Kings, to give to this God of God. So meaning that it has to challenge us that what we give God, it has to be worth it. It has to be worth it. Sometimes you think that worth it is how expensive it is. There are some things that you treasure that you're not, if it was left to yourself, you cannot give it away. Those are things that are worth it. They are worthy of they are worthy of God's praise. Because nothing can buy God, nothing can corrupt God. Nothing can corrupt God. But we need to find something that is worth it. It is our time, our worship, and we need to give all that God needs from us. Maybe me, I'll give an example. Maybe something that is worth it to me, it can be this shirt, but somebody it's not this shirt, somebody it's money. So maybe money for me, it's not something that is worth it. So what you value, that thing that you think is worth it, is what God honors. Your time, some of you, maybe it's your time. You can't give time to God. So I just want to encourage each and every one of us. One, we should not be creating stories anyhow. I just brought out these two stories. If Jesus was in our time, what could have happened? And at the end of that, again, we should reach a point. If it's to serve God with one open. Don't serve God because you are forced, or because do what you can do, one, as a Christian, and two, because you're obligated to do that, not because you are forced, not because you want a name, not because you want to be mentioned, or you have to be called, or you want to be praised. No. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you. If Jesus was in a time, what do you think about this thing? Because I was just thinking all these things. If Jesus was in a time, Jesus could have been criticized. No, Jesus doesn't listen. Jesus is going out with women. He allows women to touch his feet. He allows women all these things. If Jesus was in our time, what do you think? It's very funny. God bless you, and bye-bye. God bless you.